Right, so you should have the color wheel for reference. There's a couple of relationships that you're going to want to know for sure, and that's one is the complementary colors. And the complementary colors are colors or pairs of colors that can be represented on opposite ends of the color wheel. So, and then the other one is analogous colors, where you have colors that are similar to each other, 3 or 4 connected, and those colors are represented in the photo. One of the most challenging ones, triadic, that's very difficult. It's possible if you want to do it. They talk about it. It's a challenge. And then split complementary, which I think I have 1 or 2 in that I was able to find. And again, the challenge of really working intentionally with color is nature doesn't always provide you with the opportunities to do this work. That's why when you are gathering your items with color, you're going to have much more control over which colors you introduce into the frame and don't. So continuing. So basically what I've got here are some images. I just want to kind of use them, break down what I see and why I chose it. I think this was a split complementary. It's a little bit off, but not too bad. I could shift the red a little bit more to red violet to be more precise, but I noticed that you've got yellow and green as prominent colors, and that's a split complementary color. So yes, they're complementary, but one of the ends is split off like a V. And again, what I would probably do is de-emphasize the blue, change the red a little bit, just to make it more of a true representation of a split complementary. This one, I'm looking at the purples and the blues and the greens. So this is analogous in that there's green and purple and blue. So it's going to take over like 4 of those. This photo has oranges and greens and blues. Again, another analogous color palette. If I stretch from blue, 1, 2, 3, 4 to yellow. This one is a natural phenomenon. You got orange and blue. Again, with a minor shift more towards true orange, that's a true complementary where 2 dominant colors exist. The orange of the fish and the blue of the tank. And so editing that to fine tune it would kind of emphasize that. This one I had greens and reds. So the focus is the reflection. That was actually the sunlight coming through a window, being reflected off of a monitor. You got that. I just looked through it and found it. So you've got reds and greens, again, another complementary color. I would boost probably the vibrancy to emphasize that. Even though it's hard to see, there's a purplish tint, which I can emphasize through editing in yellow. And that, again, is a different complementary color, yellow and purple. Got the orange or pink of the sky and the blue, again, complementary. With maybe some minor edits, it depends on where you're seeing that. So I could shift it more over to the orange to get a true complementary. Or I can also look at it as you've got reds and oranges. It could be kind of a split complementary. Blue, yellow, blue and yellow, or blue and orange. This is approaching complementary. A lot of orange tones in the lower part of the sky, no color here in the trees, it's all silhouetted. So again, I might tweak that a little bit to emphasize and line up the complementary colors better. Now I've got greens, reds, and I've got blues. I think what I was going for here was more of a violet, red, green split complementary, but that's definitely an option, a possibility, and so on and so forth. And there are other examples of that. Another analogous, green, purple, blue, green, purple, blue, or green, purple, and red. So red, green, and purple, almost an orangish tint. This one's a complementary. You got the red and the green, and probably want to enhance some of the greens off of the hummingbird. Again, that orange yellow, this is analogous. So it's mostly orange yellows and greens. And then there's a rainbow, and then there's a shot. This one is monochromatic, something I forgot to mention. Monochromatic. The reason that is the light, the color from the sun going through the atmosphere is basically giving the color to all of these shots. And you can achieve a monochromatic look fairly easily by having a colored light. So perhaps you are considering going into a closet and lighting something. You can use an LCD screen and just have a full screen of whatever color you want. Whatever you're going to photograph in a dark room with a colored screen or a colored light is going to give a monochromatic look. So hopefully this gives you an idea of how to use this color wheel and what you're going to be doing with some of your staged shots. If you do see opportunities in nature to do that, by all means do it, but you're going to be looking for representations of all of these different techniques, with the split complementary being maybe one of the most challenging ones to do. Thank you for watching.